Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hello. We are Group 3 from Krkb have developed a system called roommate registration. We consist of 4 members which is Kalisa Liana binti Khairul Nizam, Farisha Najiha binti Saidi, Farzana Aisyah binti Saam and Fadila binti Muhammad Rusdi. First, let's see how the system works. Let's get into it. First thing first, the user have to enter the room number. Next, the user also have to enter the first individual name and their metric number. After that, the user also have to enter the second individual name and their metric number too. Subsequently, to ensure the data have been accepted, the user must enter the save button. Next, there is also a replace button to allow user to change the data they have keyed in. As we can see, we are currently changing the name of the second individual to another person's name. This proves that this system allows users to change their roommate. Before changing the data, we must first type the previous name. That goes the same with the metric number. A message box will show up saying that the data have been replaced successfully. Furthermore, we include a submit button to allow users to finalize their roommate. There will be a message box showing up to display the roommate they have decided. Additionally, the word count button helps users to observe the word and characters users have entered in the name and metric number part. Last but not least, to enter a pair of new roommates, there is a reset button that clears the previous data first. At this very moment, let's see what's going to happen if we leave one or more fields empty. Yup, an error message is going to show up. Now, I'm going to explain the coding behind this system. The program is organized under the roommate registration package for modularity and organization. The application uses javax.swing for GUI components, java.awt.event for handling user actions, and java.io.filewriter for file operations. The register roommate class extends JFrame, allowing it to serve as the main window for the application. The constructor calls init components, which sets up the GUI. The init components method, which is automatically generated in NetBeans or similar IDEs, initializes and lays out all the components like text fields, labels, and buttons. For replace button, first the program uses joptionpin.showInput dialog to prompt the user for two inputs, the word to search for and the word to replace it with. These dialogs ensure a smooth and user-friendly interface for gathering input. Next, it checks if either of the input words are empty. If any of the inputs are invalid or left blank, an error message is displayed using joptionpin.showMessage dialog and the operation is halted. This prevents unintended behavior. The program then retrieves the existing text from multiple JText field components. These fields store data like room numbers, names, and matriculation numbers. Using the replace all method, the code replaces all occurrences of the search word with the replaced word in the retrieved text. This operation is applied individually to each text field value. After processing, the modified text is set back into the corresponding JText field components. This ensures the UI reflects the changes made during the replace operation. Finally, a success message is displayed to inform the user that the replacement operation was completed successfully. This provides a clear confirmation of the action. For save button, the first step involves retrieving data from input fields. The code uses JText field 1 through JText field 5 to capture the following details: room number, names and matriculation numbers of two people. If all fields are filled, the program compiles the input into a well-structured string called data to save. Now, for reset button, we have 5 text fields, JText field 1 until JText field 5. Each of these fields is cleared by setting their text content to an empty string. This ensures that when the reset action is triggered, all the input fields are emptied. In Java, the method setText open bracket close bracket is used to set the text value in a text field. By passing an empty string to the method, we're essentially resetting the field. After clearing the text fields, we use joptionpin.showMessage dialog open bracket close bracket to display a success message. For submit button, the program begins by retrieving data entered in text fields. Each field contains specific user details like room number, names and metric numbers. In this part, we use the get text open bracket close bracket method on each JText field object to collect user input. We store these values in variables which will be used later. Before proceeding further, we ensure that all fields are filled in correctly by performing a validation check. Here, we use isEmpty open bracket close bracket to check if any of the fields are empty. If one or more fields are missing, we show an error message using JOptionPin.showMessage dialog to notify the user and stop the process. If all fields are filled out correctly, we construct a success message that includes the data entered by the user. In this section, we build the message string, which includes each piece of information entered by the user. The message clearly separates details for each person and the room number. Finally, we display the information to the user using another message dialog. This shows a message box containing the formatted details entered by the user. The dialog title is Submission Details and the message type is set to information_message to indicate a successful submission. Finally, for word count button, we start by retrieving the text from the text fields where the names and metric numbers of the two people are entered. We use get text open bracket close bracket to get the input and trim open bracket close bracket to remove any extra spaces. We then define a helper method, count words, that counts the number of words in a given string. It checks for empty or null strings and splits the input based on spaces to count the words. Alongside word count, we also count the number of characters in each text using the length open bracket close bracket method after trimming spaces. After processing both person 1 and person 2's information, we format the word and character counts into a string and display it in a pop-up dialog using JOptionPin.showMessage dialog. That is all from us. Hope you enjoy the video. Thank you. Bye-bye.